Many of us consider our cell phones as an essential part of our daily routine, but could your smartphone be doing you harm? Today we learn about an explosive issue potentially putting you at risk.
You sit down for dinner and the phone rings. You get up to answer it and your caller ID shows it's another robocall. We'll tell you how to put a stop to the calls and why some of them may just be illegal.
You often hear the rooms to update in your home are your kitchen and bathrooms, and that can cost you thousands. But is it really money well spent? Today we talk with some local realtors and find out what areas in and around your home you need to pay close attention to.
Regardless of whether you're updating your kitchen or not, it is the one room in your home that can contain the most germs. We learn which items are putting you and your family's health at risk.
We've all seen Best Buy labels on our foods, but do you really need to throw everything out by that date? Experts tell us what the label really means.
Halloween is just weeks away. Do you have your and your loved ones' costumes yet? We tell you what's hot this year, plus we have some fun holiday decorating ideas.
And our competitive streak continues. Yesterday it was smashing grapes. Today we're in the kitchen. Who wins this recipe challenge? Stay right here to find out. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
And I'm Brian Spiros in today for Jimmy Hoppa, and welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
I love recipe challenges.
I do love recipe challenges. The big question is who's going to win?
Well, no, that's not a big question.
My money is on me. My money is on me. But then again, why wouldn't it be on me? All right, there we go. So do you want to start with the biggest hot topic that probably everyone is talking about?
Yep.
All eyes are still on the U.S. government as we approach yet another crucial deadline. As of tomorrow, the Treasury Department says the U.S. will reach its debt limit, which is similar to the spending cap on a credit card. So what does that mean? Well, in a nutshell, the government will no longer be able to borrow money to pay its bills. This is expected to have a huge impact here in the U.S., but the global economy as well. The Senate and the House continue to go back and forth to try to come up with a plan. And of course, all of this as the government is still partially shut down, and it's one of those things where everyone, it's in the eye of the beholder. Some people are blaming the Republicans in the House, some people are blaming the Democrats, and it's one of those things that just everyone is up in arms over on one side or the other. Regardless
of whether you're a Democrat or Republican or an independent libertarian, I think everybody's going to be affected in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly, and hopefully they can just work all of this out, because a lot of people are being impacted in the country right now.
That's right.
And it's just, it's unfortunate.
It's one of those things. Well, despite the negativity in Washington, there are organizations that are trying to help those impacted by the shutdown. We've had them on the show, the nonprofit Wounded Warriors Project. They announced that the group is going to come up with $20 million of its own money to help vets cover expenses if the government shutdown results in cutting off of VA compensation and benefits. Now, starting November 1st, they'll be sending the vets and their families $500 to cover expenses.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big undertaking. Now, their goal is to help some 40,000 wounded veterans and their families get through this difficult time while the government tries to figure out a way to get back up and running again, and hopefully they figure out sooner than later.
And that's good to see that they're sort of coming in to try to help these people, because as we know, a lot of those veterans, they depend on that money that they get. So hats off to Wounded Warriors and obviously the help that they're going to hopefully be able to give all those people. So we're talking about that. We have another story that is just, I love. I actually teared up this morning when I was reading about it. I did. I'm an emotional person. It's actually being called the salute scene around the world, and like I said, it's an incredible story. So we're going to tell you about it. This is a photo of Army Ranger Josh Hargis. He was injured last week in Afghanistan during an attack that ended up killing 4 members of his unit, actually. Now, he was being awarded the Purple Heart inside a hospital in Texas. His commander thought he was unconscious for the ceremony, and then Hargis started to raise his hand to salute, despite the difficulty from all the tubes and the doctors. As you can see there, he has so much on him. He was finally able to raise his arm to fully salute, and the commander then sent this photo to Hargis' wife and told her that grown men were actually seen crying inside that hospital room.
Just gives you chills,
it does give you chills. I have goosebumps right now. So what an incredible story.
It is a great story. The holidays, they're quickly approaching. They're going to be here before you know it, and the Food Bank of Delaware has kicked off its annual food drive. Now, the organization is asking for the public's help in collecting enough food items to create 2,700 Thanksgiving meal boxes for families who are in need. Now, here's a list of some of the things that they're looking for: turkey roasting pans, stuffing or instant mashed potatoes, canned pumpkin, and cranberry sauce. These are just some of the items. All the donations can be dropped off at the Food Bank's Milford facility, which is located on 1040 Matland Way, Milford, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you want a complete list of items that can be donated, go to delmarvalife.com.
All right, very good. So there are some free Halloween events that are going to be going on with the Octoberfest this weekend and next in Ocean City. A lot of stuff is planned. There's Wicked Witches, Pirates of the Sand, Scary Scarecrows, Ghouls in the Graveyard, and Zombies are all part of the Beach Maze Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. on the beach at North Division Street.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Saturday at 2 p.m. is the Halloween Pet Parade on the boardwalk and North Division Street. They're going to have lots of prizes and surprises for the best dressed pets, family, and friends. The Pet Parade is free with a donation of pet food or other pet-friendly items to the Humane Society.
All right, very good. And then next weekend is the Great Pumpkin Race. It's a wacky and zany side-by-side race featuring wild and tricked out pumpkin race cars. I've never seen a pumpkin race car before. 2 weekends of great fun, and for more information, all you have to do is go to our website, delmarvalife.com.
Yeah, because it is 2 weekends, lots of times.
Exactly. Now, this last story, we have to mention it. Research shows that America's favorite cookie may be as addictive as a drug, cocaine actually, to be exact. Yes,
seriously?
It's true, Lisa. Researchers at Connecticut College did a study with rats to see if high-fat, high-sugar foods can be as addictive as drugs. And through the testing, a psychology professor and 4 students found that rats, which exhibit human-like behavior, had an equally strong desire for Oreos as it did for cocaine or morphine.
Oh,
and
my
get
goodness.
this, they were more attracted to the Oreos than the cocaine.
Oh my goodness. Well, that explains why all my Oreos disappear in my house.
That's why. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, could your smartphone be a ticking time bomb? One man says his was after it exploded in his pocket, how the company that makes the popular device responded to this and other similar incidents.
And when the robocalls start, especially around dinner time, do you ever feel like blowing up your home phone? How to put an end to these annoying calls once and for all.
And later, with everything going on in the economy, you may be thinking about putting your home on the market, but perhaps you have a few rooms that need some sprucing up first. We'll learn simple steps you can take to get your home ready to sell.
And while we're at home, take a good look at your kitchen. It could be full of contaminants. We'll find out where dangerous germs often lurk and how to get rid of them for good.
And speaking of kitchens, that's where we're headed a little bit later. Lisa and I go at it in a recipe challenge rematch. See who gets the win this time around. It's going to be me. Mark my words, Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.